And welcome back to my channel. Today I will take you on a tour of Illinois.gov website. That is ILLINOIS.gov. And similar to the Cook County government website and the City of Chicago website, as you can see at the very top of the homepage are the main areas where you can search for information and learn about the government programs and services that are available. So I'm going to go straight up to the top and start with the government area. And so when I select government, we are taking to another page, and right at the top it says government, and it breaks down the executive branch, judicial branch, legislative branch, and executive orders. And from there you can scroll down to see the services that are available. So you can look up professional license information. You can also, employees can look up salaries that are state employees. There is a My Tax Illinois area where you can access your tax information. Scrolling down here, you can find public records. You can email the governor if you'd like to about a request or share an opinion. There's also a vehicle title and registration status inquiry area. You can look up insurance producer provider license search, and then scrolling down, some agencies that are associated with Illinois.gov: Central Management Services, the Illinois Gaming Board, the Secretary of State, the Office of the Governor, the Office of the Lieutenant Governor, Illinois State Comptroller, the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standard Board, and then the Illinois Department of Transportation. You can also search for agencies. So if you click here, as we're doing right now, it's going to take us to a page where we can actually type in an agency. You can select services, and as you can see here, right at the center, the Department of Veteran Affairs, Department of Agriculture, and so on and so forth. So if you know what agency you're looking for, you don't even have to go to government. You can just search directly. Okay, so now we're gonna head on over to the business area, and upon landing on the business page, we can see the services that are available. So if you are a business owner or you are looking to start a business, you can learn more about the registration process and the requirements that are associated with starting a business in Illinois. If you are looking for Illinois business information in general, there's links to information and resources for starting, running, expanding, and relocating or closing a business. If you are looking to find the status of your business, whether it is an LLC, or whatever the status of your business is, if you want to find the standing of it, you can do that by searching on this landing page. If you want to become a vendor and sell to the state government, you can do that as well by clicking become a vendor and sell to state government. And then there's also an area where you can file online your LLC status, S Corp, etc. Okay, So that's the business section. We're going to pop on over to employment here. And on the employment page, again, a number of services that are available. So if you are looking to obtain a bartender license, if you need layoff assistance, there's a guide. If you want to explore a career at the Illinois Tollway, you can do that as well. Scrolling down, employment charge of discrimination. If you need something to be investigated, you can start that process. If you're looking for a pesticide license search, that's also available here. There's a taxpayer answer center where there are tons of answers to some of your most common questions. And again, there are a list of My Tax Illinois areas that you can filter through: income tax refund status inquiry, error notice and bill inquiry, file income taxes, Illinois income tax filing, the tax rate finder, and the deferred compensation plan. So tons of information on the employment section. And I'm going to scroll down because there's more information. So if you ever wanted to work for the state, you can search for jobs in the area, the state government jobs. If you want to connect to job and educational training opportunities, you can do that as well. Okay. There's also the Illinois WorkNet online resume builder. So it's a comprehensive tool to help you build your resume and stand out from the crowd. If you're looking to prepare for a job search and the interview process, there are some articles and resources that can help you better prepare for that process. If you are looking to recruit and hire employees, there's also a resource here where you can post jobs and etc. If you find yourself in an unemployment situation and you need to submit the request for unemployment benefits, you can do that on this page as well. And then if you need to apply for the unemployment insurance benefits, again, that's another option on the website. And then if you need to look for job fairs, the Illinois Department of Employment Services hosts job fairs, so you can find information here. If you are seeking employment information for veterans, that's also an area that can be explored. There's the CDL appointment scheduling, vocational rehabilitation services. And so that's helping persons with disabilities find and keep jobs. That's a very valuable resource. And then again, tons of information on the employment page. You can scroll down whether you're looking for employment opportunities, if you're looking for employers, workers' compensation, insurance coverage search, military jobs, openings, college insurance programs, tons of information. You could just, as we continue to scroll down, you can see there's so many options if you wanted to join, the National Guard, if you want to look up your professional license to reprint or even put in for an address change. So a lot of the services that we would normally take care of in an office, right? Many of these state and city and county services are online, okay? And so some things still require an appointment with an employee, but the bulk of the governmental services are online. So there's a career interest and skills assessment. If you wanted to become a developmental disabilities provider, if you want to become an alcoholism, substance abuse, and intervention provider, work incentive planning and insistence. So there are tons of resources, volunteering opportunities at the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library. Okay, so this is the employment section, and we made our way down to the very bottom. And as you can see, the agencies that are associated with employment: the Illinois Department of Labor, the Illinois Department of Employment Security, the Illinois Department of Human Services, the Illinois Commission on Discrimination and Hate Crimes, and the State of Illinois Office of Equity. Okay. So up at the top, there is an education section. So you can look up those educational resources that may be of interest to you, whether it's the Illinois Science Assessment, the Every Student Success Act, known as ESSA, the College Access and Financial Aid Workshop and one-on-one assistance, the College Illinois 529 prepaid tuition application. There's a portal to search for school grants and information. There's financial aid grants and scholarship information. There's a list of the Illinois report card where you can look up the schools, and there's an educator licensure. Okay, so again, agencies that are associated with the educational page: the State University Retirement System, the Illinois Student Assistant Commission, the State of Illinois Educational Labor Relations Board. That is the education page. Gonna pop on over to residents. And immediately we can see the information that's available on the page. It's broken down to family and home, health and safety, cars and transportation, resident resources. Okay, so the services that are available: watercraft and snowmobile renewal, child support account, view child support payments, address change for motorists, apply for vehicle title and registration, circuit breaker license plate discount refunds, duplicate or correct a driver's license. The agencies that are associated with residents will be the Illinois Department of Insurance, the Secretary of State, the Illinois Department of Public Health, the State of Illinois Prisoner Review Board, the Illinois Department of Corrections, the Illinois Medical District, the State of Illinois Educational Labor Relations Board, and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. Going to scroll back up and go to visiting. So if you're thinking about visiting our a wonderful state here in Illinois, right at the top it says plan your trip to Illinois, and this is awesome, right? So jumping right into the services: investments and securities, complaint form. There's iPass, so if you want to use those tolls, you can get set up with a automated account for the iPass. You can contact the Illinois Tollway should you have any questions or concerns. You can also find competitions, the entry, the results information at the Illinois State Fair. You can search for concerts and entertainment at the Illinois State Fair. You can purchase tickets to the Illinois State Fair if that's something that you're interested in. There's also a list of the Illinois rest areas. So when you are traveling on the road, it is always recommended and encouraged that you stop at those rest area. And so there is a find current winter road conditions. So should you find yourself wanting to travel in the winter in the Midwest in Illinois, there's a whole website that's dedicated to finding the current winter road conditions. If you are in need of that public transportation, there is also a website. You can find the state road project information to have an idea of what areas are under construction. And then there's the Gateway Traveler Information System interactive map. So it shows the weather, the construction, and the road closure. Okay. Also, if you are looking for opportunities for groups, there is a group tour opportunities. If you are in need of finding hotel packages and deals. That's also available on this website. If you're pondering what do we do while we're here in Illinois, there is a whole area dedicated to things to do in Illinois. There is an Illinois travel kit and guides online ordering. So find the Illinois Travel Magazine and sign up for our weekly newsletter. If you want to locate a facility for a sporting event, which we have many here in Chicago. Again, if you want to plan that Illinois getaway, there are resources for your travel. If you want to look up your fishing license, you can do so. You want to get out into nature, you can reserve a state campsite. And this is going to be outdoor enthusiasts where they can learn more about reserving a campsite at one of the many great parks in Illinois. And so what else is here? Sports events, we covered that. Historical, architectural, and archaeological resources. That's also available. If you want to register a new boat in Illinois, you can do that as well. You can obtain your hunting permit, register that snowmobile. And yeah, there is a plethora, so much information, pay by plate, tollway, media center, railroad crossing and collision statistics. If you're curious and wondering how we're faring in Illinois with collision statistics, you can find horse racing schedules. Okay. All right. So this is the section on visiting Illinois and the long list of things that you can do. You can get a crossbow permit, youth hunting permits, turkey permits, register for or schedule a skeet shooting event if that's something that's of interest to you. And again, there's a harvest license, reserve or lease a cabin at a lodge or state park, fishing and hunting application. There's a Illinois Fire Museum, request Illinois State Fair information, deer permits, reserve an event and facility at the state fairground, plan a visit to the Lincoln Library and Museum, check out a list of conferences in Illinois. And that concludes a preview of all of these areas on the main landing page for Illinois.gov, government, business, employment, education, residence, and visiting. Of course, if you know what you're looking for, you can select this search area and just key in what it is that you are looking for. And you can scroll all the way down. Let's go back to the main webpage though. This is the main webpage again. And as we wrap up, I just want to highlight the recent news related to Illinois is right here. Okay. You can also view the live video, listen to the live audio. Popular services are unemployment benefits, finding a government job, renewing a driver's license, locate, register sex offenders, find road conditions. Those are some popular services. And then popular agencies is going to be the Office of the Governor, the Secretary of State, and the Illinois Department of Employment Security, as well as the Central Management Services. And then at the very bottom of the website, that you can stay informed with information related to emergencies and disasters, flag honors, traveler information, and road conditions. You can sign up for a newsletter to get email updates. helpful links for families, kids' privacy. You can contact the governor's office. You can request a FOIA. There's a state press contact, Tech Ready Illinois, and then there's also some fun facts. So this is our Illinois.gov website. I hope you have enjoyed it, and feel free to visit this wonderful website with a plethora of information, Illinois.gov. Thank you and have a great one.